Welcome to the County College of Morris, and for those of you first-time visitors, welcome. Beautiful day here in the Garden State, even if it is just a little chilly. We're happy to have you, and we're going to do some hiking after this part of the program. My name is Patrick Enright. I'm the Dean for the School of Professional Studies and Applied Sciences here at the County College of Morris, and I also serve as the Associate Vice President for Workforce Development. And my job today is to keep things moving along. So, I'd like to begin by doing the Pledge of Allegiance. If you would rise, please, and the flag's here. Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. And now it's my pleasure to introduce the President of the County College of Morris, Tony Iacono.
Good morning. What a gorgeous morning. I know there was some trepidation last night and a little bit of nervousness going on with the weather and so forth, but all I can say is it just looks beautiful out there. The sun is shining. The snow has really dressed up the campus considerably. It looks beautiful on any given day, but I think always a little nicer with some frosting on it. So it is absolutely a joy to be here with you this morning. And it has been quite a road to get here this morning. So my message in a nutshell, and I'll be thanking individuals. Please, if I don't call your name, know that we do appreciate you, but the message simply is thank you. If you look around this room, and a great number of people who aren't able to be in the room today, it really took all of us to get here, past and present, all of us to get here. But it is exceptional for what today is really about. I know a lot of times you come to a groundbreaking ceremony and we think that's the focus of it, but it's not. Breaking the ground is really breaking the future. It's really moving all of us forward, not just County College, but Morris County as a whole and the region of New Jersey. Now, when we explained to some people that we'd have our groundbreaking in January, there was some concern 6 months ago when we started about in January, Florida guy, do you not realize what it's like here? And I certainly do, and it's snow and so forth. But this is our 50th anniversary year, and as we were going through the pictures, some of what we discovered were pictures of Henderson Hall, our first building on the campus is groundbreaking, and there was snow on the shovels. So here we are 50 years later for another groundbreaking, and there will be snow on the shovels. We will venture outside. That portion of the program is only about 5 minutes. You are all welcome to join us, but if the cold is too much, we more than understand about that as well. This is the future. Every time we advance something in education, the impact is absolutely profound, and I think that is absolutely why so many of you have been very, very supportive of this initiative since the earliest conversations. We build the future at CCM by partnering with other educators, with industry, by working with our elected officials to serve our communities, to forge a regional impact and inspire the next generation of engineers, tradesmen, technologists, business people, and more. We are, as many of you know, and thank you for the support, ranked one of New Jersey's best colleges. We're the only two-year school in New Jersey to have the Department of Homeland Security and NSA endorsement for our cybersecurity program. Our alumni boast the highest salaries in the state. Our engineering program enjoys and appreciates the support of industry partners like Glenbrook, Arconic, Siemens, Norwalt, Emerson, Weiss Aug, NJ MEP, the Gene Haas Foundation, Allendale Machinery, organizations like CINJ, New Jersey Business, and so many more, on, and some you'll be hearing more specifically about. Tremendous support that we receive from all of our school districts, and in the case of today, most specifically, the Morris County Vocational School District, and we have their superintendent and some of his staff with us, Mr. Scott Moffitt. Over the years, we have forged an extraordinary relationship with this school that has also included a partnership with NASA, and some of you are aware of this. The students have an amazing ability to learn how to design hardware that is actually used on the stowage lockers of the International Space Station. Partnerships are what make everything work. Without them, we would all be very, very limited in what we can do. The very best partnerships are those that offer individuals, leaders with great vision, who are fearless and really see what tomorrow can be. And I salute our educators, in this case, Superintendent Moffitt, for that kind of vision and for working with us. He has tremendous plans of how this building can continue to be a vehicle to attract students so that they can launch tremendous futures forward. We have bigger plans to forge even stronger relationships with Dr. Robert Zwicky of the Mount Olive School District and his staff, with Superintendent Barbara Sargent in the Parsippany Troy Hill School District, with Superintendent Jennifer Fano and Randolph and all others, as well as the Dover community taking a huge interest in how can the college be used to really lift up the whole community, to offer opportunities to many people that haven't always had those before and may have some barriers in their way. Education is that rising tide that lifts all boats. But as I've said also at the same time, this is about the past and the present. And we're honored to have individuals here that without their work in previous decades, we would not be in this room together. Those relationships weren't forged yesterday. Those relationships and what this college has achieved have been forged over 50 years. And we have with us today our President Emeritus, who poured and invested deeply in this institution, Dr. Ed Yaw. And we have several former trustees who I would make the same remark, who invested deeply, who poured their passion and gave generously of their time, their efforts, and their resources. And we have former trustees with us. I'm happy to have with us today Mr. Joe Longo, Mr. Frank Giratano, and I know the weather was a little bit restrictive. We were getting some calls, but we have, I believe we have Mr. Bill Chavala with us as well, if he was able to make it over here this morning. Okay, perhaps not. He stays with us very close and continuously supportive as well. Like our past leaders, our current board, led by Chairman Paul LaCitra, is exceptionally dedicated to the mission and spirit of CCM. Without their vision and commitment, like previous boards, this college would not grow, it would not flourish. This building, without this current board, would never have advanced beyond a really great idea of how do we support the manufacturers, how do we help students today build really great futures. So we are enormously appreciative of them and of our council, and I believe I saw earlier Mr. Arnold Chait is here, and these buildings are more than great ideas. They require a great deal of technical expertise, and we certainly appreciate your work as well. He is joined by his colleague, Mr. Rich Snyder. Every building, every adventure has a story, and I'll tell you, this started out by talking to manufacturers, by talking to students, by talking to people like Superintendent Moffitt, who said, there's such a need. You know, we can't meet demand right now. We need more people who are trained, and we read these in the papers nationally as well. And so we sat down with members of our Freeholder board, and early on that first conversation was Freeholder Director Doug Cabana, and our freeholder who's a liaison to CCM, Mr. Tom Mastrangelo, and former freeholder Christine Myers. And we said, this is what we're thinking about, and this is what we think could be the impact and how it can really serve and support the growth of Morris County and beyond. And they were immediately interested and receptive. I'm very, very proud to live in a community that has a freeholder board that has vision, that has courage, and that understands that while we would all agree, and I cherish it in my heart, Morris County is a great place to live, work, and play, the future is even better than what we're already enjoying. And that kind of vision helps put us in the place that we need to be. They worked with us consistently over the past year, and it's a great deal of work. This doesn't just happen. As I say, you don't sit down and say, here's a great idea. The logistics of all of this, bringing together the support that you need, really doing the planning so that students get the absolute best education, so that the manufacturers in these communities have an opportunity to receive the very best new engineers, engineering assistants, so that they have a resource to send their employees back to for training and retraining time and again. That's vision, that's courage, and that's the ability to really forge something even bigger, even better. There are so many people we'd say, We couldn't have done it without you. We couldn't have done it without you. We have these individuals and freeholder Kathy DiFilippo as well. They dedicated, folks, more time than I could even begin to explain to you to work on this issue with us. So when they talk about Morris County Matters, it's at the heart of what they spend their time and efforts on. This is proof positive of that. And that dedication is only furthered even more by our state legislators. And my good friend Assemblyman Buco, who reminds me, I'm only just down the road. But you know the really great part? He's not just down the road. He's on our campus all the time. He will support, when we ask him, he is out here. The students, there's a ceremony, something that needs to be done. What are the issues that are important? He's there for us. Assemblywoman Betty DeCrose, same thing. We meet on a fairly regular basis. She has also tied us into industry, help us make new partners, new friends in the community, and the advocacy at the state level is exceptional. I don't know what it's like all over the state, but I know in Morris County we are so fortunate to have individuals like our state legislators and our freeholders. This college doesn't move without them, plain and simple. And I would add to that I am enormously grateful and humbled by Governor Murphy, whose vision of education and economics work hand in glove. And we have, first time on our campus, many of you have been here before, but a first and not a last, we do have with us this morning the Commissioner of Labor, Mr. Robert Acero Angelo, and we have a slight delay, but our Assistant Secretary of Higher Education, Dinah Gonzalez, is here. She is here? She is here. I'm so glad you're here. Proof positive of dedication. First time on campus, but had some car troubles. And I know her as just a very innovative, we'll solve any problem and champion it. There aren't any real problems. Found an Uber in the middle of nowhere, got picked up, and got here, okay? Great dedication. And I'll share with you on a personal note, I don't know that either of us are actually native Floridians, but have spent a substantial amount of our lives there. It's good to be back home, isn't it? Yes, we're not lovers of heat or humidity. We'll take the ice, cold, and snow. It looks prettier. It's nicer. I'm so glad you're here. Very, very glad, Commissioner, that you're here as well. That vision and the support you show us continuously at the state level really, truly, truly makes a difference. As we say, every journey has a story, and there are many people in that story. We've recognized a healthy handful, not all, but a healthy handful. But I will tell you, and you'll be hearing from the current president of the Morris County Chamber of Commerce, but we have with us also today the former president of the Morris County Chamber of Commerce, and with the then director for the Morris County EDC, Megan Huncher, Paul Boudreau, also worked very closely with us and the Freeholder Board and industry in making this possible. So I often say at CCM when I'm talking to groups or in the community, small groups, we do great things at CCM. We're very, very proud of that. But the truth is we do even greater things with the support of others. Even greater things. So I look around the room and think about the relationships that we're forging. The Morris County Chamber, the Mount Olive Chamber. See, we have Greg Stewart with us, that we have Matthew Allen from the German-American Chamber of Commerce, and so many other partners. Tony Russo, I know, again, roads and so forth, but Tony Russo from CINJ and others who have been continuously supporting us on this journey time and time and time again. On any given day, these people are hugely supportive of our college and our communities, but they've raised the bar on commitment by supporting a building project that is designed really to do three things. Support students with educational excellence that raises the bar on innovation and quality. And we have amazing faculty who make sure that innovation and quality is built into every class at the highest levels. They have been recognized time and time again. Most recently, our department chair, Mr. Renny Fuentes, Professor Fuentes, who is with us, was recognized as the #1 faculty member in the northeastern United States, really broadly defined, Maryland to the Canadian border. And we're very, very proud of him for that kind of work. We enjoy the ongoing support of former faculty members and Professor Emeritus, Mr. Niall Kennedy, and we're just delighted that he and Claire are here as well. Two, serve as a regional training center for our students at all levels, including serving industry professionals. This is a bigger and bigger part of what we're doing. And three, strengthen the economy of Morris County, an even greater place to live, work, and play. Freeholders, legislators, commissioner, chamber representatives, and community members, this day is all about you. This day could not have happened without you. You're going to hear from some of the people that we have introduced, that we've talked about. Some of you, there is a reception afterward for more information about the building and so forth, and I want to recognize the incredibly hard work and just amazing support of the CCM Foundation. They have been truly by the side of this college since they were created by Dr. Yaw in the 1980s and remain unbelievably dedicated every day since then. These buildings that you walk through have a lot of fingerprints on them. Without the work of many, they wouldn't look or function the way they do. Our foundation has supported us time and again, not simply by providing scholarships for students to learn and to have the opportunity to earn a college education, but by making sure what's in those buildings is unrivaled, unparalleled, and the students do have that opportunity to learn in the very, very highest capacities. I'm going to read through a list of individuals that I want to thank. And I would ask, my wife, who's an elementary school teacher, says it never works. It works in her classroom. I've seen it. She turns the lights on and off 3 times, does 3 clicks. We're not doing that. But if you would, hold your applause until we have a chance to recognize and express appreciation for these individuals. Assemblyman Anthony Buco of the 25th Legislative District. Assemblywoman Betty Ludic, the 26th Legislative District. Kelly Doucette, the District Director for the United States Congresswoman Mikey Sherrill. Board of Chosen Freeholders, Director Douglas Cabana, Deputy Director and CCM Liaison Heather Darling, Freeholder Kathy DiFilippo, CCM Liaison Tom Mastrangelo, and Freeholder Stephen Shaw. Great supporters. Former freeholder Christine Myers from the SBA Office of Advocacy Region 2, Advocate, County Clerk Ann Grossi, County Administrator John Bonanni, Assistant County Administrator Deanna Leary, and First Assistant Prosecutor Tom Zalante. We also have Megan Huncher, the President of the Morris County Chamber of Commerce, and Paul Boudreau, former President of the Morris County Chamber of Commerce. Joining us today are also Randolph Township Mayor Jim Lovies and Randolph Township Manager Steve Mountain. Our members of our Board of Trustees, our Chairman, Mr. Paul Lasitra, who is joined today by his wife, Norma Lasitra, Vice Chair Thomas Pepe, and I'll talk to you about his wife and her overwhelming importance in a minute, but she is here with us also, Ms. Donna Pepe, our Treasurer and Board Member Jeff Advocate, Secretary Dr. Barbara Hadzima, Trustee Keith Raymond, and former trustees Frank Giarratano, Joe Longo, and William Chavala. We have also with us our Foundation Board of Directors, our Chair, William McElroy, Lori Fiore, Carol Fitzpatrick, and Everton Scott, as well as Board Member Gil Zweig and his wife Claire, who are enormous supporters of this college, who have provided an extraordinary amount of internships for students who they either hire or help move on to their next level of education. Our CCM President Emeritus, Dr. Edward Yaw, Megan Huncher, President of the Morris County Chamber, Dr. Barbara Sargent, Superintendent of Schools for the Parsippany Troy Hills School District, Dr. Robert Zwicky, Superintendent of Schools for Mount Olive School District, and Mr. Scott Moffitt, Superintendent of Morris County Vocational School District, and they are joined by staff members as well. Commissioner Robert Acera Angelo, Department of Labor and Workforce Development, Deputy Commissioner Paul Yuen of the Department of Labor and Workforce Development, the Deputy Secretary of Higher Education, Diana Gonzalez, and I want to single out for a moment, because when the planning started, one of our best partners is an individual who volunteers an enormous amount of her time very generously and is just always there when we need her, and that is Miss Donna Pepe, who I think deserves a special recognition for working very hard to pull this day and this celebration together. With that, I'm going to sit down for a moment. I hope you do receive the gratitude that we wish to express to all of you today, those that we recognized formally and those that we may not have recognized formally. You are invaluable. The incredible work we do could not happen without you. I look forward to this morning, and I look forward to seeing you back in a year as we stand inside a remarkable new building. Thank you so much.
So it's my pleasure now to invite some of our distinguished guests to provide some remarks this morning. And first, Mr. Paul Lasitra, Chair of the County College of Morris Board of Trustees.
Thank you. You know, as we come here today, I think about our journey, how we started this process, and although Dr. Tony is giving accolades to everybody else, this would not be without him. So let's give Dr. Tony a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen and distinguished guests, on behalf of our trustees, I give you a warm welcome on this very, very cold day. Your presence here today is enough to warm the building and warm our hearts. I know the cliche is it's always we are family or your extended family, but we're truly family at CCM. We care for one another, we care for our students, we care for our county and our state. We're here to educate and to make holistic approaches to something. I think we do a great job. I'm sold on it, and I know most of New Jersey is sold on it. I still say to this day, we got to be one of the 10 best in the nation and probably the best in New Jersey, that's for sure. You know, we have a lot of people that have to talk, so I'm going to do the speech on the 3 S's: short, simple, and sincere. I have so many people to thank for this effort, and I couldn't start. Dr. Tony did a great job of doing it. If I thanked everyone in the world for my speech, it would be too long. But I do want to give one accolade to one special person and her department. Is Vice President Vanderhoof. Would you stand up, please? Again, I say Dr. Tony and the Freeholders and the Assembly people and whoever is here to put in an effort, but every time we had to change something, to do something different, Karen found another way. So I thank you personally as chairman. And I know again, I want to thank you for coming. I appreciate it. And you can come back anytime you want. We're special here. We have a special thing to say and a special thing to do on this campus. And in case you haven't noticed it, it's a very warm campus. So please come back and visit us again. Thank you.
Now my pleasure to introduce Assemblyman Anthony M. Buco.
Thank you. I am excited to be here this morning. I want to congratulate the County College of Morris, the Freeholder Board, and the entire CCM community today on the groundbreaking of this Advanced Manufacturing and Engineering Center. I have always been a strong supporter of the community college system, where students can find a demanding curriculum that focuses on our ever-changing economy and world. And they can leave those facilities without a mountain of debt, having earned a great education. And that's something that I think we need to be proud of, and we need to continue to stress. And the County College of Morris has always led the way in this area with innovative programs to make sure that their students receive the skill sets that they needed to succeed. And today's groundbreaking of this facility is a great example of that. I have the honor and the privilege of serving on the legislature's Manufacturing Caucus. It's a bipartisan caucus. John Kennedy is here today. I saw him in the audience, who kind of is our unofficial quarterback. And Betty Lou DeCrose, Assemblywoman DeCrose, also serves on that committee. And over the last couple of years, we have had the privilege of visiting a number of manufacturers around the state, both small and large alike, startups to big manufacturing facilities. And the leaders in this industry have made one thing perfectly clear, that there is a demand for highly skilled workers to help run those facilities that they are having trouble filling. And this program will be the start of providing our students here with the opportunities to learn those skill sets, to be able to take and enjoy those high-paying jobs. And that's something that's important not only for our students, but for the economy and for the region. And the County College of Morris needs to be applauded for its foresight in this area. But it does more than that for the students. It also gives the manufacturers in this region a place to come. A place to come to see the students, to talk to the faculty, to let the faculty know what's happening in the industry so that the program can change as the industry changes. Because nothing stays the same. You know, these aren't manufacturing jobs of yesteryear. These aren't manufacturing facilities that you thought about years ago with smokestacks and brick and mortar buildings. These are highly technical, innovative facilities that are making some of the most advanced products that our country is utilizing today. And the labor force that they needs to be trained in highly technical areas, computer science and engineering. And the students that receive that training will be in a great position to be able to enter the job market in a high-paying job, in a high-paying job that will help them in their career and in their life. And while I'm not usually a person that likes to spend taxpayers' dollars, I can tell you that the investment that the county and the state has made in this facility and in this program will pay dividends long into the future, not only for the college, not only for the county, not only for our regional economy, but for, most importantly, the students that will pass through its doors. So I'm honored to be here. I was honored to support the program, and I'm honored to be able to watch as this facility develops and this program grows. So thank you for being here this morning. Thank you for all you did to make this program possible. Good luck and God bless you.
Now it's my pleasure to welcome to the podium Assemblywoman Betty Lou DeCrose of the Legislative District 26.
Thank you. I'm so proud to be with all of you here today. I have to say, I believe the last ribbon cutting that I was at here at the college was for the Alex DeCrose Media Center, my late husband. And so for me, this is a special place. Not only do family members attend the college, I'm a lifelong resident of Morris County. So CCM has been here most of my life and is very important to Morris County. But I can tell you that my late husband, as a trustee, as a freeholder, really held in high regard and understood the importance of the County College of Morris. So I know today he's looking down on all of us here, and he's very proud of what he's seeing, because this school is a model to all county colleges across not just the state of New Jersey, but across the United States. We have held joint meetings here for the Manufacturing Caucus, as Assemblyman Buco spoke about. And I can tell you that when they arrive and they set up, I hear all the compliments and very surprised as to what we have here in Morris County. We've had Education Joint Committee on Public Schools have joint meetings here. And I think it's important that we bring other legislators from other parts of the state to see the County College of Morris, to see what the County College, Dr. Yaw, Dr. Iacano, the Freeholders, the Trustees, and everybody working together has accomplished here in Morris County, because we have something to be so proud about. And we should wave it high and say, you know what, we've done good. So, for me, the manufacturing industry is something that I've been working on and having many meetings with Tony in my district office. And it was something that I saw as a problem. And when I say the manufacturing industry is a problem, the problem is the lack of us having individuals ready to take the positions where the manufacturing industry is headed. I'm happy today to see some students sitting in here with us, because I look at this engineering center and manufacturing center to be so important for students today, for our future students, and not only for them, but for individuals that are out of jobs, to have them come back in and be able to train them for the positions they need to help all the manufacturing companies fill today. In my district alone, District 26, which is Morris County, Passaic, and Essex that I represent, my district has the largest number of manufacturing companies in District 26 in the state of New Jersey. We have over 660 plus. So this is so important to me when I've sat with manufacturing companies and they've said to me, we have jobs, but we don't have anybody to put them in. We have requirements for certification programs, but many of the manufacturing jobs today require accreditation. So when that was said to me, the first thing in my mind was setting up a meeting with Tony. And then we started working on it and moving forward. And then the Freeholders really worked hard and understood where we were trying to move into, and worked with Tony, worked with the trustees, worked with everyone within CCM, and understood and realized how important it was to have a facility that could be there with technology where it needs to be today. I have 4 little grandchildren, and I can tell you something. They pick up their iPad or their laptops, or they pick up my cell phone. They can do more with it than me. So what does that tell me? That we have to prepare ourselves. We have to make sure that we prepare for the future, and that future will better serve all of us, and will be here to continue the great state of New Jersey, County of Morris, I should say, and CCM, state of New Jersey, and be an example of a shining star across the United States. So I thank you all for being here and participating and understanding with all of us how important this is today and what this groundbreaking means to the state of New Jersey. Thank you very much.
And now from Morris County, New Jersey, Mr. Douglas Cabana, Director of the Morris County Board of Chosen Freeholders.
Thank you, Dr. Enright, and good morning, everyone. Dr. Iacano, Chair LaCitra, the members of the Board of Trustees, faculty members, administration, staff, and students. On behalf of the entire Board of the Morris County Chosen Freeholders, it's my honor to be here today to share this very special event with the college community. I would like to introduce my colleagues who have joined us here this morning. Deputy Director and CCM Liaison Heather Darling, Freeholder and CCM Liaison Tom Mastrangelo, Freeholder Kathy DiFilippo, and Freeholder Steve Shaw. I said to the students at the 2018 CCM commencement that whatever you may imagine as your future can become a reality if you have the courage and the determination and are willing to put the hard work in necessary to pursue your dream. To help the students achieve those dreams and goals, the County College of Morris and the Morris County Board of Chosen Freeholders have an obligation to provide them with the opportunities to succeed, to provide a state-of-the-art education that prepares graduates to be well-equipped and compete in an ever-changing and competitive world. Towards that end, we are here today for the groundbreaking of an important new $11 million state-of-the-art advanced manufacturing and engineering center. This facility will fully prepare our students for new and good-paying jobs. It is also a response to the workforce demands of county and regional employers in addressing the needs of skilled workers to keep up with the most up-to-date training. In addition to providing space for manufacturing and engineering education, construction of this new building will free up room on the Randolph campus to allow the college to double its space used by health and science programs. That will allow for the addition of the state-of-the-art healthcare simulation center and the new health programs to meet area employment needs. The Freeholder Board unanimously agreed to commit $4 million in funds toward the construction of this new center. It is this type of investment that ensures our students will continue to receive an exceptional education in state-of-the-art facilities not often found at other 2-year or even 4-year institutions. It is this type of investment that will help County College of Morris continue to educate, grow, and nurture students as leaders and offer the important helping hand to our business community. On behalf of the entire Board of Freeholders, I will look forward to the completion of this center, and as a step forward, will give our students and businesses a leg up. Thank you very much.
Gave me some water. I guess I've got a frog. From the New Jersey Department of Labor and Workforce Development, please welcome the Commissioner, Mr. Rob Angelo.
Morning, everybody. It's an honor to join you. Thank you, Dr. Iacono, for having me here today, inviting me on this important occasion. Real quick, everybody raise their hand if they work for CCM. Great, wow. Anybody here a county employee not at CCM? Freeholders? Any town officials? VOTEC? So I am very proud to be here with all my fellow public servants, working in partnership to serve the needs of the students of CCM, serve the needs of Morris County residents, serve the needs of Morris County and other close-by employers in the area. I can read my speech about all the accomplishments of the first year of our administration. But to me, personally, the thing I am most proud of is the partnerships that we're creating or helping facilitate or continuing across the state. I hear very often how folks are surprised how well we're working together with Department of Higher Education and Department of Education. And when we're out there meeting with employers or meeting with students, they don't want to be told, oh, now go meet with this person, or now go meet with that person. They want to have a one-stop shop for all their needs. And we're working closely with employers associations. I see a couple of them here today across the state talking about the needs for their workforce. Our administration has done a lot of work investing in different workforce programs. You heard a lot of work talk about apprenticeship. We've put $7.5 million out in grants for apprenticeships in the state, for employers, for county colleges, for VOTECs. Basically, anybody who wants to have skin in the game to create a talent pipeline for workers in New Jersey, not just for those workers, but for the businesses we're trying to attract and grow here, to show them that we have these talent ecosystems, is the work that me and my department do every single day. I see NJMAP is here, John Kennedy. They are the holder of the first in New Jersey technical sales representative apprenticeship program, because apprenticeship isn't just about construction anymore. Having this talent pipeline, showing that employers have an investment in their workers, showing that the county colleges, that our VOTEC system are all in when it comes to starting training our workers from the high school years all the way up and through. If they're returning back to the workforce or want to upskill, we want to be here to support anybody else who is supporting them in that function. I'm glad to see the German American Chamber of Commerce here. We have an MOU with them as well to learn some of their best practices. We are not shy about stealing ideas from where things work well. And I know that other folks will be stealing many ideas from what's going on here today. So I'm very proud to be here today. I look forward to not just this ceremony today, but that thing getting built, working with all the students at CCM, working with the professors, and working with your employer partners to do whatever we can to strengthen the New Jersey economy. Thank you.
Now representing the Secretary of Higher Education, Deputy Secretary Diana Gonzalez.
So as Dr. Iacono said, I popped open the hood, tried to get here as fast as I can, wore my boots, ready for the groundbreaking. I'm excited to be here. I wouldn't miss this for the world. This is incredibly important. Dr. Iacono has been an incredible partner, particularly in addressing the governor's vision for an innovation economy. What does that mean, an innovation economy? Well, it's assessing what the state's needs are, first of all, its workforce, its talent development, industry needs, and how do we position ourselves to be prepared to answer 21st century needs all around the nation and the world. So I can't think of a better partner in that work as Dr. Iacono's team and himself. So I meet with countless business industry leaders, with students, with college presidents, and the thing I hear the most is local industry partnerships with higher education. This is what we have here today, and the faculty and students that will be involved in the work that's going to happen here in hopefully a year or so when this is finally built, will reap tremendous benefits. And you see, even in your little pamphlet, you turn to the first page and you see certificates, degrees. That's what students are going to walk out of this program with, because a credential prepares students for the workforce of tomorrow. That piece of paper, it's not just about starting, it's about finishing, completing, attaining that credential, and being prepared with the skill sets to address the workforce needs and to earn more. At the end of the day, we want our students to make incredible wages here in our state, and we don't want them to leave our state. We want them to be here and to be well educated. And I'm astonished and elated when everyone here today is echoing students, students, students. And that's what it's about here today. So I'm excited to be here, represent the Secretary, and I'll keep my remarks short. And one thing I will mention is experiential learning. So projects like this that prioritize internships, co-ops, apprenticeships, and give work-based learning experiences to students is the type of learning that happens outside of the classroom. That's putting learning in practice is one of the biggest indicators for success in preparation for the workforce for students. So I'm excited to be here. Thank you so much, and best of luck. Thanks.
Megan Huncher, President of the Morris County Chamber of Commerce.
Good morning, everyone. What a thrill to be here. I'm honored and privileged as the President and CEO of the Morris County Chamber of Commerce, as well as the Morris County Economic Development Corporation. And on behalf of myself and also Paul Boudreau, who's with us today, and the Board of Directors and our 800 members, I congratulate Dr. Iacono, CCM, your board on this momentous achievement. True leadership inspires us, it motivates us, it makes us want to be our best selves. It also takes a vision and makes it a reality, and that's what we're doing today. We're executing on a vision, a long time coming. And I am grateful for this partnership that has begun a number of years ago, and I hope will continue well into the future. The Advanced Manufacturing and Engineering Center will truly contribute in a tangible way to economic development in this great county. So many metrics, this county is in the top 10 of the country. As we know, educational institutions, especially community colleges, are the heartbeats of our communities. And this groundbreaking signifies the future cultivation of talent that is in great demand in these sectors, as we've heard, especially in the skilled manufacturing and engineering sectors. Proudly, CCM, as has been previously noted, draws not just locally but regionally and does contribute to the larger viability of our region. And as we know, reading the newspapers, now more than ever, we need to remain competitive. We cannot rest on our laurels. We need to stay vigilant, and we need to be nimble. People are often surprised when I tell them in Morris County there are hundreds of manufacturing companies, small, medium, and large, of all different sectors. They look at me quizzically when I tell them that manufacturing is still within the top 10 industries that contribute to the overall gross regional product of this county. But it's true, and we hope that it will remain that way. I've spoken with many of these businesses, as some of the speakers today have. I've heard their successes, and I've heard of their struggles. I've heard of them wanting to stay here and grow and pass their business on to the next generation. And that's why what we're doing today is so important and so vital to the future of this county and of New Jersey. As many of you know, there are many employers in the county, such as Picatinny Arsenal Defense Contractors, many companies in Randolph and Parsippany, tucked away off of side roads, medical device manufacturers, pharmaceutical manufacturers. They are the heartbeat of this economy. Also, when people lament losing that which is tangible, that which you can hold, a pen, for example, we can proudly tell them we are cultivating the products of the future, the tangibility, the looking forward to the 3D printers I hear we'll have. So it's really a thrill and a day we should celebrate. As the president of the Chamber of Commerce and also of the Morris County Economic Development Corporation, we are proud, and I can speak for Paul as well, to have been supportive of CCM's efforts and champions of this initiative. We were glad to have convened focus groups and provided data, because all of that primary data is important when you're moving forward with such an initiative as this. And we're also grateful for the support, ongoing support of the Freeholders to make that a reality. So I'm excited that the initiatives such as the Forward campaign will help sustain and grow the Morris County economy, which fortunately is very diverse and has access to an extraordinary supply chain and transportation network. So this project goes a long way to ensuring the continued diversity of our economy, and I'm excited and thrilled to be here with all of you today. Thank you very much.
Now I'm pleased to welcome a longtime supporter of our engineering programs and the students in our engineering programs, Mr. Gil Zweig of Glenbrook Technologies.
The real brains of Glenbrook Technologies is sitting right over there. Her name is Claire Zweig, but she lets me speak. 25 years ago, in the early development of Glenbrook Technologies, we hired our first CCM student. He was a co-op student in the Electronic Engineering Technologies department. He's still with Glenbrook after 25 years and is manager of technical service. Since then, our technical staff has grown, but 80% of our staff are still CCM alum. And as of recently, our appointed vice president of finance is a CCM alum. And what a joy it is to have Cindy Rempesed here, who is also a student in the electronics engineering program and has interned at Glenbrook Technologies. She'll tell you how we tortured her. But here is what this talented staff
has helped Glenbrook achieve. Awards from the New Jersey Inventors Hall of Fame. Awards from the Research and Development Council of New Jersey. Awards from the New Jersey Technology Council. An election to the Orthopedic Research Society in recognition of Glenbrook's contribution to orthopedic research. We are grateful to CCM and their talented faculty for continuing to create and expand this creative environment and to cultivate a pool of talent that will be sorely needed in New Jersey. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Gil. With deference to our distinguished speakers till now, it's my pleasure now to introduce really our most important speaker. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Cindy before I introduce her. She's not uncomfortable enough yet, so we're going to dive in. I met Cindy just a couple of days ago, and she was a recommended speaker by the engineering faculty. And as I said a couple of days ago, I had the opportunity to meet her, and Cindy shared with me that she's never done any public speaking. I said, great, this is perfect. And at some point, after we talked about what she might want to talk about, she turned to me and said, now how many people are going to be there? I said, it's no big deal, 200. There'll be a video camera, not to worry about that. So this morning, she's a little concerned about making mistakes and so on. Not to worry, I'll go up there and flub a few lines, which the close observers have noticed already, to just make her more comfortable. So ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming our most important speaker, Cindy Rampersad.
Good morning, everybody. Dean Enright has asked me to briefly outline how CCM Engineering Department and its benefactors have helped me pursue my dream. I am from Trinidad. I grew up in a small village. When I was in primary school, I got government-funded school lunches because my parents couldn't afford providing lunch. I felt embarrassed and school was hard. I would wake up 3 a.m. in the morning, studying hours before school, but I couldn't write well. I still couldn't write well, and I still couldn't do mental math. My parents were uneducated, so they couldn't help me with school. My grades were horrible. In Trinidad, teachers punish poor performance by whipping the student with a wood switch. So school terrified me, and I couldn't understand why I was doing badly despite studying so hard. In 2003, I came to America. I took a test. I learned that I have a learning disability. I learned that I have to study differently. I began to teach myself how to study. I got my high school diploma. That gives me the confidence to enroll in CCM in 2016. I am the first in the family to attend college. I was drawn to electronic engineering technology. It has computer science, circuit programming, and electrical engineering with a lot of hands-on lab work. I love working with my hands. While at CCM, Glenbrook Technology generously offered me an academic college scholarship and a summer internship. At Glenbrook, I learned device assembly, soldering, wiring control, drilling, and other skills. Glenbrook staff was welcoming and helpful. Glenbrook offered me the terrific hands-on experience. I graduate in May. From here, I'm looking for a job as an engineering technician. I also hope to complete a bachelor's degree at night. From subsidizing school lunches in a small village to building electronic circuits, when I was a child, I could not have imagined having this opportunity. Thanks to Glenbrook Technology, to CCM Engineering Department, and my professors. Thank you.
her the master of ceremonies next time. Thank you, Cindy. That was great, and the reason we're here. So we've come to the end of our program here. And for those of you that are going to come up to the site of the new building and break some ground with us, there are going to be 3 ways for you to get there. You can walk. You can follow me. We'll all get some steps in on our wrists here. You can drive, if your car, you can drive up and park outside 675, our building up the hill. And we also have a van available. We ask that priority go to the designated shovelers who are going to get in the van, but the van will cycle back. For those of you that won't be coming up the hill with us, there's still coffee, and I saw some rolls there, I think. So you can finish that off. But thank you very much for being here this morning, and thank you for your support.
Jeez.
I feel like I'm at a prom.
My arm in it.
What do you think? Yeah, I got my foot in it.
Tom, come over by me.
Are we going to ground break anything?
We did.
It's kind of hard.
We did.
That's it.
Yep, that was it.
Doug, you're a lot tougher than we are.
We dynamite.
We could try.
We could.
We can throw snow. Apparently nobody does it. I tried that. CCM. I know, there's a little drop back there. Yeah. It's all right, they don't care about us.
That's a good picture.
That's all right.